Oh, you wearing something crazy, man.
Yeah. Play my game right now. I'm not fit to look up. Stop touching me.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just thought about it. That's why I said that. Hey, what's up, man? I didn't check it when after I played my game, but I was gonna check it after we advance. You said what? Did I have the funds? Yeah. I re-signed him. He was on a 1-year contract, and he was on his last year of his contract. So I re-signed him for a 7-year, $90 million contract, and it says $7 million on the transactions. But when I go to salaries, it's saying 1 year, 90 mil, and it's putting me in negative 60 mil in cap penalty. Nah, I didn't. I was gonna try to replace. I wanted to replace my Dre Archer because he said I had to release him. So that's what I was trying to do, but I couldn't sign nobody.
But you don't have anybody on your team right now.
Oh, nah. Yeah. I had to wait till week 3 for everybody else, but I think it's because I traded for him. It allowed me to re-sign him.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Because they unlock the shit every week. Yeah.
I don't know. You said they do it until you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Yeah. Well, that's when I noticed it, because when I released Dre Archer, I would look for somebody in free agency, and it said I had negative. Because I did have the funds prior when I re-signed them.
Sports coverage NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit.
I had a thing for that. I'd say I signed somebody for 2 years, some bum that for $22 million for 2 years, and keep him on my roster for 2 years. That was my suggestion for that. To sign some sorry player for 2 years and for $22 million and keep him and have to keep him on my roster. That's my suggestion for that.
The second-year man from South Dakota State, Zach Zenner. Just a yard of a pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. All right, let's get a peek at these starters here. The Golden Child, Golden Tate.
Okay.
Love his versatility because you can use him anywhere in your offense. And he's an excellent kick returner. Loves to play the game, plays with passion.
Yeah.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Yeah. Okay. Just let me know about after advance.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves with a 3rd down and 8. The starting defense for the Titans.
Jason McCourty's twin brother Devin has gone to multiple Super Bowls, but Jason's carving out a nice niche himself as a cover corner.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's picked off. I guess the good news carries for them now. It's 4th down. Now the 4th-year punter from Appalachian State, that's Sam Martin on to kick.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25 to will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Yes. Buddy, no.
Of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks. So you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Amaro's got it, left side. Touchdown, Titans. Jace Amaro, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, it's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Catch all the way into the end zone.
Getting set to go now. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now
trying to get it to Eagle. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's brought down. A good pickup there at 20 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. A first down throw for Mariota. And now escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And the offense will look to respond after the sack. So the D-line is going to spread out. Mariota now on 2nd down. And Walker with it over the middle. A gain of 4 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Offensive starters, here they are. And Delaney Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver, so he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
Mariota now. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's the first time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Ziggy Ansah, able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Well, right here was Zenner. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, we're not running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to.
And got his man complete. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Second down following the run. To throw on second down to Stafford. A left side completion to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. This will be 10-17. Down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run. This is Zenner. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Taylor's kick is on the money. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Titans now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. When you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
From 2016 in Tennessee to Marco Murray. We're going to find out if it was style, scheme, does he still have it or not. He thinks he's going to be more comfortable with the Titans.
Yeah, because that fall off last year, 2014, over 1,800 yards, 392 carries.
One of the best seasons running the football that we've seen in these years.
Rushing down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And not a whole lot doing there as they'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Third and long here for Mario. Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. We weren't happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
It helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one.
Super tough.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. On the carry, this is Zanner. Beautiful fake. Touchdown, Detroit. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing out.
I'm over here playing my game, minding my business. No, I don't remember nothing.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kicks away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
It's not even a game. You can lose. You lose.
22-yard. The Titans offense now, they work their way back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's brought down after a good gain. They got 29 yards there. And that'll be good for a Tennessee first. They come out the eye. On 1st and 10. Ahead of traffic. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you're going to go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Well, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see.
Pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Brian Arakpo in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Third and long, it's Stafford. Jurel Casey in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. They call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while they hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Well, there's another example of what Marcus Mariota brings to the game. Sweet feet that elude sticky situations. He knows how to get outside the pocket and get downfield. Last year as a rookie, he showed us exactly how to do it.
Stop.
Now Mariota, wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. On second down, here's Stafford. He's going to flip it out here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On the run, it's Zenner. After a good game. On first down, it's Stafford. To the right side of Ricky Brown. That was brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run to the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And Jones has it over the middle. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. That was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
He was looking for Theo Riddick there, and it's 4th down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Titans are going to have a first. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, Murray. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run to go right home about, but still a good first down.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
On third down, Mariota. And for the third time now, this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Throwing is Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And he puts it through. After the touchdown, out is Plater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. Across the 20, as his guys are set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Mariota. And some space here. It comes and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
What is the slide button on Madden 17?
Aggressively, offensively, they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the final recovery, Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
That coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On first down, Stafford here. Throws running back, and he's got him complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hit, and he got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We're ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Feed past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the areas and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just
DeMarco Murray, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Titans. DeMarco Murray, 77 yards. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. And that one puts them on top here in the third. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
Plays do script coming out of the
most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Ah, yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for third down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Oh, he's able to muscle him here as he pulls it in. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Really excellent job there of just going up and getting it.
Brandon, I'm a defender. I shouldn't be this excited, but what a play by the receiver downfield to elevate and make the catch. When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know he stays what we call clean and no one gets to him. The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And finding his target. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now. But you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Wesley Woodyard. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a good game. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And now first down following that long gain. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So it'll be first down here after the run. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And now escaping this time as he'll go down and got it for a sack. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back at Ford Field, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Get out your mouth. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Coming here on 3rd and 6. Throw it, Mariota. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's gonna get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough. Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Time to battle it out now with Murray. To the races. Do DeMarco Murray, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. There's the Titans team as they run out and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He jumped it, shreds the tackle. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when you're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 10, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Stafford. It's brought in by Brady. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw, Stafford. And this complete to tight end Pettigrew. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last time. Gary hits the reliable target. The veteran tight end Brandon Pettigrew the target there. And it's 3rd down. 9 yards to go, it's 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Stafford on the throw. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown as a Detroit Lion. And the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. And there they got him the ball. Just give it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the line. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
He always make that case.
Run after catch, and he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. It's back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
The 4th quarter here, they got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Murray the low setback. Mario forward. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Turns the ball free. Brings up 3rd down.
It's a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He's thinking about the rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Yeah. How you know?
On 3rd down, Mariota. And they're going to take possession of football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Detroit getting set to go now. That last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The rookie from Clemson, Kevin Dodd, in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man, the first sack of his NFL career. Here's Stafford, completely right to Gordon. He's blocked on after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second goal to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Did your high school have that saying, push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed them back. It was like a snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Glover Quinn there on the stop. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Pushing it away.
Popped it right out there.
And all the way to the opposite 48. A big run that time by Murray. 48 yards. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The tight end changing his position. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Well, we have to get to the right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, it's Henry. He'll be taken down. Now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 8 yards to go here on second down. Little motion now from the tight end. On second down, here's Henry. And that play win. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit with second down. They come up in an offset area. Here's Miller. They'll say it's incomplete.
Good signal call for the network here back in the huddle play the late game because they need those guys to protect it. But in that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On third down, Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And his kick here is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, take it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. And, you know, every win is sweet, and I'm sure everybody enjoys a huge victory, but sometimes only winning by 1 score, 2 scores, a field goal, that can feel pretty satisfying, too.
Without a doubt, because now you know that your team.
You want the sticky chicken leg?
You calling me? Hold on. What's up? What's up? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They don't crack. Ice cream? jump. What kind of snacks you want? From the grocery store. We didn't get it yet. Stop drinking.
Oh, great! I'm strawberry. Strawberry. You already buy strawberry?
No, I got it on the list.
Making a list. Yes. What kind of snacks? Stop jumping.
What up?
My man.